if I could hang on, I might have to move the sofa because okay, I'll let it go. I can let it go. It's OCD, man. Shit, I can't help it. I can't help it. So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Mary White. Have you met her?
I am her.
And
well,
why is Mary White important in terms of cannabis, hemp, THC, CBD, and all things
all things
related?
delicious.
Yeah.
Well, hell, Jerry, you know, I've always been a big advocate of cannabis. It saved my life actually, really a couple of times. It has actually saved my life. And
How so?
well, in the 80s, long story, very short, but I was really, really sick for a long time, and had to declare bankruptcy, and shit got real.
Mm-hmm.
Some friends of mine, this is so illegal, but they had a series of houses where they grew the cannabis, and I got to be a caretaker for this house.
Really?
Yeah.
This here in town? Ish?
Yeah, ish.
Townish? Yeah.
But anyway, so, and they had this thing where they had babies all the way to full-grown girls, and every month there was a harvest out of my goddamn basement. The great thing was that I was able to get out of bankruptcy, buy a car, buy a house, solve all my shit. Thank you, pot, right? And then 2009,
Yep.
I had this hip replacement, and it was, the medical term is fucked up. And, but seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And I hadn't smoked cannabis in a long time, because, you know, I just thought it was for fun and whatever. But the pills that they had me taking, like handfuls of these fucking pills, and I never got well. And I wanted more pills, and I started to be one of those pill-wanting people, which, anyway. So I tried part of a cannabis cookie, and it was miraculous, really. I felt like better. So I started using it, of course, all the time, every day. And, well, I don't use a cane anymore. I mean, I can do all the shit I want to do. And this shoulder was frozen. I was supposed to have surgery. No longer necessary. I can run around. I can do all the stuff. And it's because of cannabis. It really is. And I don't want to get all proselytizy about it, but, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I could give you a list of people who are now well from using pot. And, of course, the other great thing about it is getting high is just so fucking fun. It's so fun.
Yes, it is.
It's the best. And what I always tell people...
Unlike alcohol.
Oh, yeah. God.
It's a tragedy.
Well, and alcohol was never really my drug.
Yeah.
You know, I love the taste of good wine, right? But getting drunk on vodka? No. I mean, no. It's poison, and it feels like poison. That's what a hangover is. Poison.
Yeah.
I've never had a pot over. I mean, I've been high the next day sometimes, but you just go with it, you know? So, I think for humanity, and I think in terms of not only us being well, but us being a tribe, this is one of those plants that pretty much anyone can grow.
Yep.
Indoors or outdoors, but you can grow it, you can make your own medicine, you can get, you know, happy and horny and high with a little plant. Now, granted, this doesn't make anyone like Big Pharma a lot of money, but that's not our problem.
No.
Anyway.
It's a good thing that Big Pharma isn't making money off of it.
It's a great fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because I know from my experience, I was so sick from being sick.
Yeah.
That the medication I was taking, I think, made me sicker. And I was up to 5 a day. Not 5 pills. Oh, no. 5 different medications.
Right.
And I was taking like 8 codeines, Xanax, Flexeril, gabapentin. I mean, name that shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And it isn't like when you use cannabis and you get, you know, high. It's like sparkly and engaging and fun, and you're horny and you're hungry, all the good things. And when you're high on those pills, it's like...
Yes, it is.
There's a big
cloud.
thing.
Yeah.
And you maybe don't feel a lot of things, but then in a couple hours you're feeling them again.
Yeah.
So,
So we fast forward, and now you're a published author.
yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, in 2018, I published Everyday Mary J, a practical guide to cooking with cannabis. And I liked Everyday Mary J because my middle initial is J. And I just thought, Mary J, Mary Jane, pot, yay. And that was really fun. That was really fun. The recipe testing got a little real.
Yes.
A couple of times. But then from that, then last year, 2019, I published the CBD cookbook for beginners. And that's twice as big as Everyday Mary J.
Mm-hmm.
And the publishers didn't let me say this, but I'll tell you guys. Every single recipe in that book, it's great with CBD and hemp products, but it's even better with THC. I mean to tell you.
Yeah.
I couldn't say that. But if you really want a great cookbook on, I'm going to say cooking with pot, get my CBD cookbook for beginners and just use full plant extract. Forget about the CBD, use the THC because it's delicious.
So I'm assuming this is available on Amazon.
Oh yes, that one is on Amazon. And then Everyday Mary J, you kind of have to buy it on my website or from me.
Which is?
MaryJWhite.com.
Ah, yes.
MaryJWhite.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you also teach.
Yes.
How long have you been teaching?
Oh God, since 2011.
How many people do you think have passed through your kitchen?
Probably, oh Jesus, 500 or 600?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So has interest increased over time?
Yes. That's the great thing. Thank you, Jesus. But yes, people are starting to get that they can make their own medicine.
Uh-huh.
They can enjoy infused food and, have a nice little glow for hours and hours. And you can add just a little bit to whatever you're making. If you want, like at Thanksgiving, if you need Aunt Elma to calm the fuck down, little CBD gravy. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? It's applicable for everyone,
right?
I think. And even people that are scared of getting high. They tend to start off with CBD products and then realize, oh, cannabis is good for me and there's good things in it. And
right.
CBD is this, but cannabis is full of this. And then they try the whole plant and then,
So how many people have made brownies LSB Tokless style before they come to your class? Or is this the first time they've cooked with cannabis sativa L? Either cannabis on the THC side or hemp on the CBD side. Yeah. Are these totally new cannabis cooks?
I would say about 2/3 of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2/3. A lot of people are tired of pills, like me, and they want to find something different. A lot of people want to find a different way to get high and ingest their medicine, also good. And a lot of people are finally realizing that we've been sold a goddamn bill of goods for a long time.
Generations. Yeah.
And there's a whole lot more out there than we are aware of, usually.
Right.
So, yeah.
So if people are, I remember back in the day when I was young, we would put a lid in the blender and add it to Betty Crocker brownie mix and chew through the seeds and stems. So I guess several questions. How are you bringing cannabis and hemp cooking into the 21st century, no longer lid in a brownie in a brownie box?
Right.
What about hemp and people who want to eat hemp, not so much for the CBD, but things like dehulled hemp seeds or hemp milk or hemp seed oil, not hemp CO2 oil, but pressed hemp seed oil instead of olive oil or canola.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Jerry, because you brought me some of that a few weeks ago, and I've been playing with it.
What did I bring you?
You brought me not only the crushed up hulled seeds.
Yeah, the dehulled hemp hearts, they called it.
Hemp hearts.
Dehulled hemp seeds.
Hemp hearts. And then hemp seeds, and then the hemp seed oil.
Yes.
Right? So I've been playing with that. I'll tell you guys, it's very different from cooking with a THC or even a CBD product. Because with those, you really have to adjust for flavor,
Yes.
especially with the CBD, because that hemp is loud.
Oh, the hemp
Woo!
seed oil.
But now the hemp seed oil,
Uh-huh.
totally different.
How so?
Well, you don't have to adjust the flavors so much. You don't have to worry about that real glass.
So how would you describe the taste of hemp seed oil? This is pressed from hemp seeds.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But, okay, so flavor profiles. With the hemp seed oil, the expeller pressed,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, it's a beautiful green color, and it has a extremely mild flavor. If you're used to either a CBD or a THC oil
Mm-hmm.
or a tincture, you know, it's like, right? And you have to play with it. With the hemp seed oil, it's more like a grape seed or avocado. It's a neutral oil
Yes.
with almost a little bit of a sesame flavor.
Does it taste like hay or lawn clippings?
No, it doesn't have that deep vegetal flavor.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's not that chlorophyll
No.
flavor because it's from a seed.
But people look at the color
Yeah.
being this verdant green, and you think, oh, it's going to taste like I just mowed the lawn and brought it in the kitchen.
Uh-uh.
But it's not like that at all.
It's not like that. And I made a couple different batches of muffins, which, by the way, don't leave me alone with goddamn muffins, Jerry, because I'm sitting here at night just eating muffins. I'm not good with baked goods. They just call my name and I eat them.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
Anyway, I love the crunch of the seeds.
Oh, the dehulled hemp seeds.
Yeah. In like
How would you describe those to someone that they sell them at Costco, for God's
Right.
sake? They're totally mainstream.
Yeah.
But you buy a pound of them.
Yeah.
How do you, after the first couple spoonfuls as a novelty,
Yeah.
how would you suggest people incorporate dehulled hemp seeds into their diet? Now, I point out that they've got the perfect blend of omega-3 and omega-6 oils.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fiber, protein, etc. But even though you know that it's good for you, how would you counsel or coach someone to incorporate dehulled hemp seeds
Yeah.
into their suburban I got 2.5 kids diet? You're a parent, you've got
Yeah.
kids with homework and basketball or soccer or whatnot, and you've got to like cook for these little suckers. How do you incorporate the big three in my mind? If you want to eat hemp, hemp milk, dehulled hemp seeds, aka hemp hearts,
Yeah.
and pressed hemp seed oil.
Yes.
So how do you get your kids and spouse and family to eat that stuff?
Well, honestly, I didn't have any trouble. I used a regular lemon poppy seed recipe initially. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try it like it's written. And instead of the 5 tablespoons of melted butter, I used 5 tablespoons of the hemp seed oil.
Did it taste hempy?
No, it was glorious.
Were you surprised that it tasted?
Yeah, I was very surprised.
Because the color makes you think it's going to taste like a
Yeah.
plant.
But it doesn't.
No.
And in that same recipe, I doubled the amount of seeds. So I used like 3 tablespoons.
But no poppy seeds.
No. And it was great. A little bit different than poppy, but good. Anyway, so that was great. And then I did salad dressing the other night
Oh, yes.
for the troops.
Mm-hmm.
And did just my normal, mustard, salt, pepper, vinegar, and then whisked in the hemp oil. It was great.
Now, did you tell people before you served it? Did anyone say, this tastes weird?
No, because it's, again, here's olive oil, grassy, green.
Right.
Here's grapeseed oil, neutral, kind of interesting. Hemp is sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
It's not a loud flavor. It's not bold. It's kind of warm and a little bit nutty. In terms of the Little Monsters, two tablespoons in their oatmeal, a little bit on top of whatever you're serving them for dinner.
Yeah.
The other night even I put quite a bit into it, just a big old casserole.
Oh, yeah.
But you can just sprinkle those little seeds everywhere. The oil is now I haven't fried with it.
Neither have
And
I.
I don't know
What the smoke point is?
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend that anyway for like a deep fry because you're using
It's expensive.
It's expensive, first of all, and I think a lot of those. I think it's volatile, and you're going to burn off a lot of the good stuff.
Right.
So this isn't an oil that you're going to use a gallon of for deep frying your turkey.
No hemp seed oil tempura.
I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
No. But if you wanted hemp in any of those dishes, I would add either the crushed seeds on top of something,
Right.
or the seeds in it.
I've used them as a replacement for croutons.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't even
Yes,
know this
Jerry.
difference. Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, and they've been around forever. You see them in, hippie granola and stuff like that. They're a great additive. But again, you're not using THC or even CBD.
No.
So you don't have any concerns about psychoactivity or
No,
any of that.
no.
And it's just a really good way to get those omega-3 and 6 oils into your diet.
Yes.
So again, pot for the fucking win, Jerry.
Well, it dovetails with, and I hope it's not a fad or a fashion, but a shift. Americans, are eating burgers made from plants.
Yeah.
Now, granted, neither of the two big companies is making a hemp-based one,
No.
but it says if you're willing to stand in line outside of a fast food restaurant to eat a plant-based Impossible Burger or Beyond Meat or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
you're ready for someone to come along with a hemp burger. And people in Iowa, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, anywhere in the country, I've tried a couple of these plant-based burgers. I like them. Now, the goal would be to have someone make a hemp burger that isn't as processed,
Yeah.
because in the end, in my humble opinion, Beyond Meat and
The Impossible Burger.
they're just another
Isn't
fast
it-
food.
I love
processed.
that people are eating plants.
Yes.
Yay, plants. But this is an incredibly processed product.
Yes.
I mean, and think of the environmental impact, first of all, of that. But also, it's not any lower in it's not good for you, but it's better for you.
Yeah, and it does get people away from corn-fed feedlot beef
Yeah,
with all of the
tortured
and
animals.
methane production.
Blech.
On the other hand, it opens the door for someone to come up, hint, hint, Mary, with recipes to take dehulled hemp seeds and do. I remember being at a hemp trade show and the food concession was selling the hemp seed version of a sloppy Joe. On
Did
a
they
bun.
just add
It was hemp seeds in a tomato thing on a bun.
Was there like a meat product or a meat?
It was hemp.
Even the meat globs were hemp?
Hemp.
Well, goddamn it, we got to figure that shit out.
I know, and then sell it to McDonald's.
Maybe not the evil corporate giants. Could we sell?
But if it gets Americans in bulk to stand back
Okay.
from beef being the center of every meal
Yeah.
and eat what hopefully is an organically grown, carbon sequestering, sustainable ingredient instead, God bless America. So I gave you hemp seeds and hemp seed oil. What I have in the car you're going to have to play with in anticipation of our next podcast is hemp milk.
Oh, good. Yes, I've been wanting to do that, but I don't know how. Well, I'm going to have to work on it because we got to find how. I want to make a creamer.
Yeah, I don't know how to take milk and thicken it unless you add Carrageenan, guar gum, or
Yeah.
xanthine.
Maybe agar. But yeah, we could play with it.
Oh
We could
yeah,
get all chemical.
but also, my family hated it when I started doing it, substituting hemp milk 50-50 when I used milk in a recipe like making cornbread
Oh yeah.
or tapioca
Yeah.
or anything else. And but Dad, hey, if you didn't see me pour it in the bowl, you wouldn't know it
You
was
would
there.
know. Exactly.
So it is different. I do find the unsweetened original hemp milk is less noticeable
Yeah.
compared to the flavored. The vanilla, whenever I pick it up by mistake, it's like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
And the idea of chocolate milk, cow or plant doesn't.
That's gross.
Well, I'm 66. I'm not looking for Bosco anymore.
Remember Bosco?
Bosco.
Bosco.
Oh, I know. See. I know, right? So I think America is ready to eat hemp.
Yeah.
I think it should be your third cookbook.
Oh, let me write that down.
I get the dedication. But no, I think the world's ready for a hemp cookbook that vegans and burger people would both accept. No one's asking you to go to Burning Man or wear tie-dye during during the week
No.
or whatnot. But there is a place in standard American conventional diets to add more plants
Yeah.
and less meat. And I think hemp should be that plant.
Yeah.
And, I wrote this column for Northwest Leaf, I guess it'll be the February 2020 issue, where I say, yeah, you might order a hemp chai occasionally or buy hemp granola every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see significant number of hemp and cannabis activists make sure that hemp is in their shopping cart most weeks.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Whether it's substituting hemp milk 50-50 with cow milk,
Yeah.
or nibbling your way through a pound of dehulled hemp seeds. You don't have to have a quarter cup every morning for breakfast, but to sprinkle a tablespoon or two
Yeah.
on top of a salad instead of croutons. Hemp is gluten-free. Really, and the nice thing is the hemp seeds we're buying now are usually from Manitoba or
Right.
Colorado, and they're
Okay.
organic and they're not GMO.
That's good, because we don't want any of that.
No. So, again, I strongly encourage you to play with the hemp milk I'm going to bring in from the car.
Good.
And your third cookbook should be all about the juice of the seeds. But I really think America is ready. I mean, we have 75% approval rating
Yeah.
for legalization of cannabis. Hemp is like so innocent compared to pot
Yeah.
that while people confuse the two,
Yeah, they do. A lot.
there is absolutely no scientific, pharmacological, or legal reason to shun hemp anymore.
True.
And I think it's time for Americans to explore more plants in their diet. And again, the hemp we're buying as food is non-GMO, it's organic, it's using less water and
Yeah.
pesticides and fertilizers, obviously, than everything else we're buying at the grocery store. So why not?
Well, and after you left those with me last week or whenever that was, I just kind of sprinkle it everywhere. It's a neutral enough taste that you can kind of just sprinkle them little fuckers everywhere, and you get a boost. There's good stuff.
Yes.
And you feel it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yay, hemp, Jer.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thanks.
You're
I will
welcome.
bring you in as soon as I turn the camera off. Yet another hemp ingredient, and I'm going next week. A week from now, I will be in Denver for Indo Expo, and 6 weeks or so after that, back to Denver for NOCO. These are two huge hemp shows. I fully expect, and every year I've gone, this is like the 5th year for Indo Expo or something. I fully expect as big a evolution and progress in the hemp field as there was last year compared to the year before.
Yeah.
I also assume I'm going to find more edible hemp this year because it isn't. The market has matured. People need to do something with what they've grown.
Right.
And I think while CBD led most people into the hemp movement the last few years, thank you, Sanjay Gupta and Charlotte Figge, I really think that as it's become widespread, people are figuring out what else they can do.
Right.
And hempcrete isn't the only other thing. I fully expect to come home with edible hemp again this year.
Good.
And I'm prepared to be pleasantly surprised by how delicious and nutritious it is. So, yeah, hemp. That'll be your third book.
You got it.
Cool. So, one more time, your name, your website.
Mary White. The website is maryjwhite.com.
Because
I love Mary J.
well, thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, and people can buy your CBD cookbook on the Borg.
On Amazon. And then every day, Mary J, you can buy on my website. That's maryjwhite.com.
There you go. All right, there you have it, folks. Next time you see her, she will be awash in hemp milk and well underway writing her third cookbook on eating our favorite plant. Thank you much.
Hemp.
Hemp, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, well, all right then.
Cool.